They found the ship drifting in the Strait of Malacca sometime in 1947. No distress flare, no radio call, no SOS signal in any conventional sense. What they received instead was a message, tapped out in Morse code, picked up by two American vessels sailing nearby. The Silver Star caught it first. Then a Dutch ship confirmed it. The message read, "All officers, including captain, are dead, lying in chart room and on bridge, possibly whole crew dead." A pause, then, "I die." The boarding party from the Silver Star climbed onto the deck of the SS Ourang Medan. They found every single member of the crew dead. The captain on the bridge, the officers in the chart room, the radio operator still seated at his station, one hand on the telegraph, eyes open, staring at nothing. A dog found below deck, frozen mid-bark. The ship's cook, dead in the galley. None of them had a single wound. No blood, no injuries, no signs of struggle. No explanation for how they died. But there was something else. Every face on that ship wore the same expression. Every single one of them, from the captain to the lowest crewman, had died with their faces twisted into a look of absolute terror. Mouths open, eyeing at something that the boarding party could not see. The men from the Silver Star made a decision quickly. They would tow the Ourang Medan to the nearest port and let the authorities figure it out. They attached the tow line. They began to pull. And then the Ourang Medan caught fire. The blaze started deep in the cargo hold, spread with extraordinary speed, and within minutes, the ship exploded with enough force to lift her partially out of the water. The boarding party barely made it back to the Silver Star in time. They watched the Ourang Medan burn, list, and sink to the bottom of the Strait of Malacca, taking every body, every piece of evidence, and whatever had killed them down with her. She has never been found. That is the story as it has been told for the past 70 years. And it is one of the most disturbing maritime mysteries in recorded history. There is only one problem. There is almost no verifiable evidence that the SS Ourang Medan ever existed. No ship by that name appears in Lloyd's shipping register for the period. No Dutch colonial records, and the Dutch controlled the Strait of Malacca at the time, mention the incident. No record of the Silver Star picking up survivors or filing a report. The original Morse code message was allegedly published in a Dutch-Indonesian newspaper in 1948, but the original article has never been definitively located. What we have is a story that circulated through maritime circles in the late 1940s and early 1950s, repeated enough times that it began to be treated as fact. A CIA document from 1959 references the incident, but only as a story it had heard, not as a verified event. A German researcher named Theodor Seersdorfer spent years trying to find official documentation, and came away with almost nothing. So is the Ourang Medan a hoax, a legend, something that happened but was deliberately buried? Here is what makes it impossible to dismiss entirely. If someone invented the story, they invented it with remarkable specificity. The Morse code message is written in a style consistent with maritime distress calls of the period. The route described, the Strait of Malacca, in the late 1940s, was a genuinely dangerous stretch of water, poorly documented, with significant post-war maritime traffic that was not always officially registered. Many ships operating in that region in 1947 were running cargo that nobody wanted on official records, including potentially the Ourang Medan. There is a theory, and it is only a theory, that the ship was carrying something in its cargo hold that it was not supposed to be carrying. Specifically, potassium cyanide or nitroglycerin being moved quietly through unofficial channels in the chaos of post-war Southeast Asia. Cargo that, if it began to leak or destabilize, could produce toxic gas capable of killing an entire crew within minutes, causing the contorted expressions of agony on every face, before the unstable chemicals ignited and destroyed the ship and every piece of evidence along with it. It explains the faces. It explains the fire. It explains why there are no official records. Nobody files paperwork on a ghost shipment. But it doesn't explain the radio operator. if toxic gas filled the ship fast enough to kill every crew member before they could react, before they could get to the deck, before they could radio for help in any conventional way. How did the radio operator survive long enough to tap out that message? That precise, coherent, devastating message. All officers dead. Possibly whole crew dead. I die. How did he have time to say goodbye? The Strait of Malacca is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. Thousands of vessels pass through it every year. The bottom is poorly mapped in sections, the currents unpredictable, and whatever lies down there has not been fully catalogued. The Ourang Medan, if she existed, went down somewhere in those waters, along with her crew, along with whatever they saw in their final moments that put that expression on their faces. No wreck matching her description has ever been located. No survivor has ever come forward. No government has ever acknowledged the incident. The only thing that remains is the message. All officers, including captain, are dead. Possibly whole crew dead. I die. Whatever happened on that ship, someone made sure the world would never know for certain. And in doing so, they guaranteed that we would never stop asking. That is the SS Ourang Medan. A ship that may not have existed. Crewed by men who are definitely dead. Carrying cargo that nobody will name. At the bottom of a sea that keeps its secrets better than any archive ever could. Next week on The Buried Archive. In 1932, a man walked into a government office in Washington, D.C. and handed officials a document that proved a crime so large, so systematic, and so deliberately hidden that the officials who read it destroyed their own copies. One man kept his. What that document contained and what happened to the man who kept it is the subject of our next episode. Subscribe to The Buried Archive. We're just getting started.